I think that like clubs and bars are like the big exception in this conversation, though, right? Because like if you're around a bunch of strangers drinking, you should have your guard up. Whether like in general, you should probably have your guard up a little bit. Drinking makes people act wild. It makes them get more ballsy and more mouthy than they would be otherwise.
But for our first topic, does every interaction between men come with the threat of violence? Meaning, you meet somebody or another dude for the first time, are you sizing them up? Are you seeing like if some aggression's coming, or like you can have a fighting or a fight's gonna happen, something's gonna pop off? That a thing for you guys? Doughboy,
See Doy over there with the fisticuffs.
yeah, he's already trying to fight.
He's putting up them gangs in New York hands.
He's doing the 1920s New York style.
1920. I was like, what year was that movie? Like 1840 or something.
Is it super old school? I was thinking like old school 1920s.
So do you get that when you're
Those are some let me at him hands. Let me at him, she.
Why I order?
That's pretty good. Though when you go to these bars, you feel that way when you meet a new guy or something like that, or a guy at the bar, or bump into one.
Not until you guys have recently put into my head that I'm at a gay bar now. No, I don't. But I feel like a few years ago, you would run into stuff like that. There's definitely been scenarios that I've been in where I've seen a group of people walk into a bar and kind of have like this energy that you kind of know they're up to no good. Like, it was like that.
That's like different though, right? Because this is like the original tweet that we were looking at was saying that every interaction with another male, whether there's alcohol involved, whether it's your boss, whether it's a family member, there's always a risk of violence happening in that interaction. And that's crazy to me. That is so crazy to me. Imagine you're going in for a one-on-one with your boss, and in the back of your mind, you're thinking like, you know, if some shit goes down, I guess I'll grab that keyboard. I'll hit him with it. I'll give him the uppercut. Like, no.
I mean, is it weird? I think about that all the time.
But do you think about it because you think it's an actual possibility of it happening, or just because you have a brain that is looking for creative ways to spend its processing power?
I think it's a combination. Like, of course it's a possibility, but I feel like the possibility is so low that it isn't worth really like spending time thinking about.
Well, sure. But I mean, like, it's like the multiverse theory, right? Like there's a multiverse out there where anything there's infinite possibilities in multiverse, right? Like there's a multiverse right now where I'm a millionaire. There's one where I'm living on the street. There's one where I don't even exist. I'm living in India and my name is, something else. Like,
yeah, I mean,
but yeah, I feel like, especially with strangers, like when I'm interacting with strangers, I'm more aware of especially in like bar settings and things like that. I'm just a little bit more aware that I'm like, I even have some friends that they get too rowdy, in any, certain topics you talk about. Like we have a rule in amongst like my brothers and cousins is we don't talk about hip hop. Like a hip hop conversation will get, like a hip hop conversation resulted in a guy threatening to shoot somebody else, like in my mother's house. Like,
wow.
So like, I think there is always some amount of like, I feel like men are just ridiculous like creatures, and there's a lot of insecurities. And there's a lot of wanting to show that you're powerful or not weak or whatever. So I feel like when you got a lot of ego like that, I think it increases the likelihood of nonsense happening.
I think there's a good point there for sure, right? Because like I think that a lot of men do have more insecurity than they're willing to admit, and it's because it hasn't really been, it wasn't really in the culture to accept that you were feeling insecure about something. Like, we were told boys don't feel insecure. They don't have to worry about their body and whatnot. I think there's a lot of guys that have issues like that. Like, I think there's a lot of guys that have those like deep-seated insecurities.
Yeah, I think I do agree with that too. Or sometimes, bro, it could be the complete opposite. You go to a bar and you're talking with somebody and another dude just gets next to you. And like you said, it's a stranger. You don't know what he's on. You don't know what his mindset is. And you're going to have your guard up. I don't think you're going to necessarily think like, if he even says something, what is the quickest way I can knock him out? I don't really try to think like that, but it's more like a defense. All right, I'm going to stand a certain way. I'm going to have my posture a certain way. Just in case something pops off, I can doom. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think necessarily like every encounter. Guys are not out here like barbarians trying to fight every fucking guy they know. And you know what I mean? Like madness.
I mean, no and yes. Just look at any shooting in any club. It's probably between two men. You know what I mean?
No, there's already beef at that point.
Yeah.
I think that like clubs and bars are like the big exception in this conversation, though, right? Because like if you're around a bunch of strangers drinking, you should have your guard up. Whether like in general, you should probably have your guard up a little bit. Drinking makes people act wild. It makes them get more ballsy and more mouthy than they would be otherwise.
I mean, it'd be wild. Like you're at your parents' house and two guys are about to fight because of hip hop, about to shoot it. That to me is a crazy scenario. Like
you're at Foot Locker buying some shoes, and are you thinking like the guy that's helping you out, he's going back to get you some shoes? You're like, how am I going to take this guy out if he comes back and starts something?
Yeah, that shit's crazy. You got to be a little psychotic at this point. Like, oh, the guy serving me ice cream at the ice cream parlor. I'll fuck you up with this ice cream cone type shit. Like, no, bro. Why are we thinking like that? Like, that is not a normal way of thinking.
There's levels of like maturity to shit too. I think really immature people, they'll go quick to fighting. Oh, I'll fight you. I'll beat you up. You'd be like, yo, is this reasonable for where we're at? They'll just go straight into like, I want to hurt you because you know what I mean? I don't know. It's weird. But I've definitely been around people that I've had to be like, okay, I don't know, just weird energies. If I'm thrown off by your energy, I'm immediately sizing you up, and I'm immediately like, what's his weakness?
Yo, Doughboy sizing somebody up probably has to be the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Because I'm not like that, but but then you'll be like, this kid's processing something in his brain. What's going on in there?
I want to see your face.
If I was ever at a bar and Doey was about to get into a fight with someone, I would be so confused. I would be absolutely baffled how it had possibly got in there, because I've never seen Doey be aggressive with anyone except when we were walking in the bike lane that one time.
That's right. I gave her a sassy. And there was another time when I was young, but like I said, immaturity. There was this white guy who was staring at me at the bar one time in Florida at Flanagan's. I think it was, not sure who I was there with, and then I got really stupid with him, and I was like, what are you looking at? And I was and I think the guy was like, yeah, we can go outside and figure it out. I'm like, yeah. It was like an older white guy. So there was like times where I was the aggressor, but I'm not like that.
I'm not gonna lie. If I seen you already trying to start beef with somebody and you sizing them about to fight, I'm gonna let you get a couple swings in and see how this goes. But once I see you, that shit going left and you're losing, I'm gonna have to step in. At that point. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm gonna let you get your little licks in, right? But if you try to swing and he just bops you, and at that point you just fall and give up, well, ain't no put that though.
That's the ultimate homeboy thing. Is like, yeah, you're gonna shoot the fair one until you're getting your ass whooped, and then we kind of gotta jump in to save you. All right.
I mean, Pucho's mentality is fuck all that shit. We jumping right off rip. We ain't wasting
I was just thinking, I'm like, if Doey's getting to the point where he's like about to fight somebody, I'm like, Doey's typically a pretty nice guy. I'm like, this has gone left so hard. Yeah. It's about to go down. I'll just sucker punch somebody. I'm too old to be fighting people fairly, okay? I mean, I can hit hard. I will hit you, and you won't see it coming, and you're going to go down, and then that's it. We don't got a problem. Why would you risk your life?
I mean, there's a point there, honestly, because in the age of like the 24/7 like surveillance going on all over the place, people whipping out their phones the second they see any drama, it's better if we just knock the guy down and book, like get our ass out
and
of there.
leave. Yeah.
Pucho standing there, Doughboy starts arguing and swinging. Dude next to him just looks a little bit weird. Bow! Pucho knocks it the fuck out.
And now we're running.
That shit is so beast.
And it's different. If like, all right, if y'all having a whole conversation and y'all beefing and y'all like, all right, let's shoot the fair one. There's a whole thing like that, then whatever. But if it looks like at any situation, this situation's about to, if at any moment this situation's about to get out of control, why would we let somebody else make it get out of control? Why don't we control that? We need to be the ones that get out of control. You know what I mean? Like why would we let somebody else like dictate the situation? Throw the first blow. Why?
Like
For
that.
what?
I think the bar is the only place that I'm really like on edge like that. And
6th Street?
I'm not like sizing up everything. 6th Street is the Wild West. 6th Street, I 37. I don't go to 6th Street anymore.
I mean, the only time I've ever seen, well, there's probably like 2 times that I've seen Pucho ready to fight. Like he'll warn you. It was weird. Like the one time in the bar in New York, down the hatch, Pucho, something happened. Pucho looked at me like, yo, Tone, we about to fuck these niggas up. I'm like, wait, what's going on? Yo, they talking shit about dog. I'm about to duff this dude. I'm like, I'm like in the happiest state of mind. I'm turning around looking like, who was we about? Like, what is going on right now? Nothing happened, obviously. The other time playing basketball.
It's like a game of telephone, though. You got to let at least one person know. So that because then I'm strategically positioning myself. I'm like, yo, Tony, I'm about to, and then I just walk off a little bit, and then I'm in the cut, like watching, and now Tony's in the other side watching. Maybe, we got to strategically position ourselves. You got to hit people on their flanks. Like.
Tony's got to go, and he's got to set himself up properly. He's got to light the flames of Gondor so the whole crew knows the danger's coming.
Yo, as soon as Pucho duffs him, you got to catch the dude going to help his buddy out. Then that's the dude you got to duff. It's just like a reactionary duffing. And then one time at 24 Hour Fitness playing basketball one night, this man got into with some kid at the court. And then Pucho walked away, and Buddy was, he don't want no problem. I got my people here. I was like, bro, I'll fuck you up. You talking about my homeboy. We definitely going to throw hands right here. You won't make it to your homeboy.
Y'all are going to fight at the YMCA basketball.
Because Pucho was bodying the shit out of this kid. And he was, it's a foul, this and that. Pucho was like, man up. No, you da-da-da-da. And then Pucho walked away to go grab the ball. He just kept yapping. I'm like, bro, you talking about the wrong one. Like, you won't make it to your homeboys. Like, that's it. And it was so, bro, those are the only 2 times I've ever been with Pucho and there's a fight about to break out. Shit's crazy.
I'm usually the calm one.
Facts. But the him
Same,
plotting,
but somehow I'm always attracting negative attention. I noticed me being blackout drunk usually doesn't fare well
that shit
for
fucks me up.
anyone. Like I should contain my drunkenness.
Yeah.
Yes,
you should not be getting blackout drunk every time you drink. I would agree with that statement.
100%.
Like if we're in the crib and you get blackout drunk, get blackout drunk. You want to get naked. Do whatever you want to do. You're in the house. But if we're out and about, we gotta like look for people. I've lost people in like going downtown in Orlando. There's thousands of people like packed into like 3 blocks. It's like
Madness.
it looks like New Year's Eve Times Square. If you lose somebody, they're lost. You're not finding them. You're not like, unless you happen to spot them at a place y'all were at or something. But if they're in the sea of people, it says you're not getting them back. It's gone. And it's like,
And then you end up pulling them off a stretcher somewhere later
bad
on.
things happen, all right? Bad situations happen. The point is, let's not attract negative attention. Let's stick together, Let's try to spread love.
Doughboy blacked out.
I don't know why Doey attracts negativity. Tony, one of the most negative people I know, be attracting nothing but positivity.
All day,
Every
baby.
time we go out to a bar, somebody wants to... I say nothing but positivity. There's a lot of shit talking. Tony actually makes me more uncomfortable than most people because most of the time when people come up and start talking to Tony, it puts me on edge because there's this weird rapport. Like they start, nah, you ain't gonna do that. And they're like talking about like a sport. I'm looking at them like, how serious are y'all taking this right now? Like, I know Dolphin fans that'll die over someone slandering Dan Marino. Like, how serious is this conversation? I don't fully ever know
talk
that.
about my dog, Dan Marino.
Nigga, fuck Dan Marino. Putin's ears spark up. Beep. It's about to go down. But nah, yeah, I think I'm out. When I'm drinking, I'm positive as fuck. I'm happy. Let's just chill out. No fighting shit. Just certain people, you gotta watch. It's just trigger words. That's all it is. It's all trigger words. But Pucho warning you, and then he's planting his feet, getting his shoulders straightened out. The man's about to hit somebody with the instant Kamehameha, and there's a rat, but he's going down. Like, yeah, no, Doughboy's bad to go out and he gets blacked out drunk. He disappears.
It's because I started drinking when I was 25. All right, I didn't really
shit
drink.
To do with that. They ain't got shit to do with
we
that.
need to just put an air tag on Joey whenever we're going out somewhere, and then we can just find him.
Yo, that is a fact, bro. Because he disappeared. I'm tired.
Because I be in Irish exits.
My cousin's tired. He wants to go, man. Smoking a cigarette, like, bro. That's a classic that would never leave me, bro.
Can you believe we sent Joey's blackout drunk home on the train by himself, though?
Nobody wanted to go home.
In my defense, I didn't know he was blackout drunk. He was just like, I'm tired, and he just like, I'm leaving.
I just thought he was tired too. It wasn't until he told us that he fell asleep on the train. He's like, yeah, dude, I was blackout. I don't remember any of that conversation.
It's wild.
I don't remember nothing. Like me blaming my cousin, telling like that's how you like clearly I was like blackout because I wouldn't normally do something like that.
And he was our tour guide down that whole strip where he was our tour guide. Man said, I'm out. I'm like, damn. Pooch was like, yo, we might as well cop a bottle and head back to the crib. And I was
we ended up at that gay bar in the Village, right?
Yeah. For like a quick 10 minutes.
Pussycat. Yeah.
That place is cool. I like that little slaughtered lamb or whatever the hell that place was across the way.
Right outside
it had
down
like
the
a
hatch.
pirate. Yeah, it was like a pirate theme.
The security guard was cool as hell there.
It was just a bunch of old people there. I would go there and order my old man drinks and chat with them a bit, and then come back to the bar.
That. Like I said, that was a whole vibe. But yeah, like fighting and scoping things out. You enter a bar, you gotta kind of look. You gotta look around, and be like, all right, where's the hoodlums, or where's the racists, or there's key things you look for. You just try to stay away from it.
Yeah, I would say the only times in my life where I'm going around like maybe sizing people up or like worried about the risk of violence is like the bar, being alone in a new city or something like that. Like visiting a new city and just walking around alone. You should probably be a little on edge. You should probably be a little aware of your surroundings, you know?
For some reason, if you're like at a boxing event or if there's fighting on TV or if there's some sort of like MMA, for some reason, everybody in the room becomes a badass. I'll knock him out.
This is why Power Rangers is banned in your household. The same concept.
I used to fist fight my brother when the Mortal Kombat theme started. Mortal Kombat! And just start throwing blows. It was terrible. Blocking, parrying things. It's like, I don't know what a parry was.
Did y'all remember that a part of that song, the Mortal Kombat song, is just them listing the names of the characters? It's just like Liu Kang, Kano.
I don't remember, but I do remember that beginning part, though.
Do you know there's a part of the song where there's just a guy going, hoo, 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 Mortal Kombat! They didn't know what they were doing. They made a masterpiece. That song is an instant hype. You put that on and you'll just start attacking the nearest person. That's why every man feels that a man-to-man interaction has an underlying threat of violence. It's because if the Mortal Kombat theme ever played, it'll just be like the Kingsman. Everybody would just start killing each other right then and there.
Looking at each other.
If we were wrestlers and we were part of a 4-man tag team group, would we all come out individually and all our songs would be the Mortal Kombat theme, just back to back to back to back?
That'd be terrible.
Yeah, that'd be a terrible
Bro,
entrance.
they've given me access to the music at my bar. I want to play that song if I go in.
The bar's gonna shut down, dude. Everyone's gonna start fighting.
I guarantee there'll be at least one person hitting mad like shifty moves. Like he might not be punching people, but he'll get shifty real quick.
Dang, they gave Doe the musical power at the bar. That shit is
It's
over
just
with.
got, you tip people enough, start to do nice things for you.
No, yeah. So just an over on that topic, I don't think out of 4 of us here, 3 of us definitely don't look for the fights.
Yeah, you gotta be fucking psychotic if you're just sizing every person that you see up. Like, my waiter might have to fuck this nigga up.
You're going to go and like catch lunch with your dad. You're like, should I bring my UFC gloves? Nah, we'll probably be fine.
Should I bring my Glock? Just in case
You see,
shit gets
that's
really
the
crazy.
people you got to be worried about. Is the people that actually want to like murder people.
Who says I want to? Wow, that's me.
Now,
trying
what
to
if a
murder.
gun is gonna just harm
You can
somebody?
pistol whip somebody with that shit. That shit would end all fights quick.
That would end all the teeth in your mouth. You pistol whip someone.
I saw a video of a guy he shot someone and then pistol whipped him. It was
That's
so beast.
beast.
Yeah.
Damn.
I just saw a video of these 2 Chinese guys. They own some kind of like a bodega or whatever, and some lady just ran behind the counter talking about these are my cigarettes, and they whipped her ass.
Oh wow.
And she was a big chick. She looked like a linebacker and everything. But like the Chinese dude whipped out a gun. And he was like ready to shoot her, and then one of the people in the store was like, "Nah, don't shoot her." And he was like, and he just started punching her with the gun. I was like, "This is ridiculous."
Damn.
And they just started beating her ass. I was like, "This video's insane."
You gotta send
Like
me
one
that.
dude, they had her hemmed up, and he was hitting her with mad uppercuts, and the other dude was like punching her like in the hip and the ribs with the pistol. And I'm like, that is not a good pistol hold. You're gonna shoot her by accident. Like,
Is
That's
that
wild.
Were they shorter than her? I'm assuming that they had to jump her.
she was bigger than them. When she walked in, she grabbed one of them Chinese dudes and slammed him. And I was like,
nah.
oh, she's about to lay this dude out. And then he turned around and hit her with 14 uppercuts. Like, it was a bad look.
That's crazy, bro. But no, yeah, that's yeah. I can't go around living my life like that.